Well, back to the Qantas dispute now. Alan Joyce says he doesn't believe that brand Qantas will be damaged by the weekend's events, but many disgruntled passengers are vowing never to book the airline again. Carolyn Miller is from the advertising agency Moon Communications, and she's also regular on the Gruen transfer. She disagrees with the Qantas boss.
I think that the Qantas brand is going to suffer possibly irreparable damage done to it after this episode. Really, there's two possible reasons for that. Is number one, Alan Joyce's pay rise happening so quickly in regards to this industrial action, and then also the amount of people being put out over it, and not just the people delayed by the flights, but also the shareholders, or the people on the ground from it, and the fact that the Prime Minister has actually come out and said that she thinks that this is a bad move. So when you actually have the Australian government coming in and saying that you're doing the wrong thing against the Australian people, marketing yourself as the ultimate Australian brand is definitely going to be suffering from that.
So what was the Qantas brand all about before this, and what do they need to do now to repair that damage? What advice would you give to Alan Joyce?
Alan Joyce has got to come in and apologise. I think that coming in and actually being able to do some reparations to the damage done is the most important thing the Australian public will want to see, to have some confidence built back in. I actually think that this idea of, disadvantaging Australians is something that they can overcome, but only through actually doing some reparations to bridge that gap. So I think that what he's really going to have to do is huge apologies to the Australian public, again reiterate the reasons why he did it, and try and make it seem justifiable in the eyes of the public. So whether or not that can be done, I'm not entirely sure, because I do feel that it has been a really big break from what we've seen as being the ultimate Australian brand.
Do you think the public, though, sees Alan Joyce as completely the bad guy here, or how much do you think they are blaming the unions also?
I really believe that Alan Joyce is being seen now as kind of the aggressor in this now, because his stance on actually grounding all flights does seem to be a hugely aggressive stance. I think that his voice in the media has been the voice that's been everywhere, so it seems as though he's almost leading this problem. Whether or not that's actually the truth, I don't think remains to be seen. And of course, Australians are always upset when they're disrupted as well, but I think that the unions now, just because of the aggressive stance by Alan, he's now seen as being the aggressor to the problem.
Carolyn Miller, thank you.
Thank you.